Hey everyone, my name is Brandy and I am the Abstract Crafter. Today I am coming to you with my first video, and it's going to be a post review, which I haven't really seen anybody do post reviews. So maybe they're out there. If they are, that's pretty cool too, and I'm going to look for them. So what I'm considering a post review is after I've gotten my painting and completed it. It's going to be kind of like my final thoughts. Any issues that I had with it, problems I might have encountered, things like that. And this one has many. This isn't my first one. This is my first square, but this is not my first painting. I've done quite a few, and I'll do a work in progress video at some point. And so, you can probably see right there, my first talking point's going to be. So, yesterday, as I was finishing up, I had 5 colors left, and I worked in sections on this one, and when I got to the end, I noticed that I was going to run out of that one, and I used my garbage beads, even, and I'm still about just shy of 50 short. And so the poor little bear's face, it's just not there. And the color in particular is right next to the percent sign. It's this kind of grayish brown color. And I think you can probably see, sorry, focus, that those don't look the greatest. This guy here has a hole, and he'll get replaced when I get my replacement beads from Etsy. I didn't bother to get them from the seller because I'm not big on patience. I like instant gratification. And so I had ordered beads from this particular Etsy seller before. And so I knew that I would get them before the weekend was over. Which I'm sure I'll get them tomorrow. And if I do in my next video, if I do another video, I will update and show you what the completed piece should be. Okay, so let's start here. I'm going to show you my inventory. Right here, 926, it's a percent sign, shows that I needed $399 to complete this painting. He did give me 2 bags, which the theory is that there's about 200 in each bag. So he gave me what he was supposed to. But the thing with that is some of these other ones I've got, as I'm putting them away in their permanent containers, I'm filling some of these up all the way. Like, there's so many leftovers, hundreds. And yet I didn't even get all I needed to complete this one. One of them I used right down to the last bead. I don't remember which color that was offhand. I'm pretty sure it was A, 3755. And that says that there's only supposed to be 193 used in this. And I used every single last one. Even the garbage ones on that, too. I didn't order new ones because there really was only like maybe 2 that have holes. And I hate holes. I know a lot of it doesn't bother most people, but I have diagnosed OCD that trends toward perfectionism. And so, obviously, you can reason right there why holes bother me. Now, people say once you're looking at them far away, you can't see them. But my issue is that if I see something I like, a piece of art, or a painting, or a poster, anything, I always want to get a closer look. And so, myself and my eye would go right to that hole. It just would. It always does. It has on all my other paintings when I've accidentally put one in that I didn't catch, and I have to tear it out and put a new one in. And I have a weird theory on that, because, as you can see how close it'll let me get, they're faceted. So if there's holes on there, you're not going to get that light bouncing off of it. Like that. To make it shine and give it that sparkle that we all love so much about diamond painting. And so I ordered them on Etsy, and I'm not going to order from the seller. I'm probably not going to order from him again, because this isn't the only painting that I ordered that has issues, which I will do in a different video with a pre-review. Let's see if I can show you some of the other issues with the quality of the beads. The bead quality this is the worst that I've seen in any of the paintings, and I've done probably 10 or so, something like that, and it's just the worst quality that I have seen. The first issue that I'll point out, besides the amount of garbage, which I'm going to actually show you, that blue color there, you can see it looks black, but it's actually dark blue dots on there. I had no choice but to use them. And that was one of the colors that I didn't have very many left over. And there's quite a few like that. I have some of them, like the light green. I don't know if it's actually going to show you any. I can see one right there. And it's got yellow on it, and it actually kind of looks like poop. And then those other ones there, they got black dots on them, all over them. I mean, there's just... And it wasn't just some of them having dye problems. Like, you can see kind of in here, the sizes were just... From one diamond to the next, they were all different sizes. Not only that, but they were different consistencies. Some of them were that more plastic, really squishy feeling. And some of them were that really nice hard resin. And some of them were bigger than the squares. Some of them were way smaller. And even in one of my last colors that I used on this painting, which is this dull green here, there was a lineup of them. And in that lineup, there was 3 different sizes. Just in just about a handful of beads, like 20 beads. There was 3 distinct sizes within there. And so then it's trying to find the right sizes to make sure that there's as few holes as possible, because the whole point in doing squares is that you don't have that. And then, so the garbage, I'm going to grab my containers, because I save all my containers. So, these are my 2 rejects. These are my circles, and these are my squares. Let's see if it'll show you. But if you can see, look at the comparison. All the other ones I did before this were circle. And so that is 10 paintings worth of duds for the circles in this one. And look at this, it's just crazy to me. That's how much garbage I got from one square painting. It's just unreal to me how much garbage, and that's not just holes. It's ones that are completely misshapen, like you can't use. Some that were halves, some that were shells, some that were the bottoms were scooped out. And if you know about diamond painting, you know that you can't use those. They ain't gonna stick. I mean, they might stick for a minute, but they're gonna pop right off. And so that was one of the other major issues that I had. And then, the other major issue I had, and I did a lot to try to rectify. I'm sorry I'm jostling you all around. I will get better at this. I promise. There's just so much to look at. Okay. So, let's see if I can pull back and maybe you can see it. There's 2 areas of complete buckle. Here's one. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see that a little bit because it sparkles more on that side there where it's like pinched upward. And then there's another spot down in here. You can kind of see it, not very well. I don't know if getting closer is going to help. Not really. And I did a lot to rectify that before I worked on this. because I had done a painting previously that had the air bubbles, and I didn't know to pop them beforehand. And then I seen a video on Ella's channel, Kicking Cancer's Butt in Diamond Painting, and she talked about how to pop those air bubbles. And so I had kind of done that on that painting, and they buckled. And so when I opened up this one, I mean, it was just in horrible shape. I mean, and that could be from shipping. But I also think they could have put one of those foam cores in there, and that would have prevented all of the problems. I mean, when I show you the other painting, when I do the video on the other painting that I got in my pre-review, you'll see how bad it was just buckled and caused air bubbles. And I tried ironing them on very low setting. I didn't think it would really work, but I left them under heavy books for 2 days, thinking that would help. I tried rolling them. I did every trick on that I had learned on every channel so far, and none of them worked. And I thought that I had gotten it. You know, I had popped it and then flattened it out, and it seemed to work okay, but obviously it didn't work very well because it's still buckled. And it's not as obvious in video, but it is obvious in person, and my husband noticed it right away, and this was a gift for him because he loves polar bears. And I love colorful diamond paintings. I'm a weird one that likes confetti. But you know, and this was the biggest size that they had in this painting. And some of it looks okay, but like I'm looking at some of the colors and it just kind of makes me a little crazy. Like I don't get some of this, like some of the splotches. I just don't get it. I don't understand why the computer thought we needed these colors up here. And I know some people change it, but again, OCD and the perfectionism, I can't. I feel like I need to do it like it says. I'm just not one that's gonna deviate much from the plan, so to speak, which is why I love diamond painting so much to begin with, is because you'll probably notice in most diamond painters that they'll have a claim to OCD, because it's true. You know, it caters perfectly to people with OCD. And people who don't have OCD. I'm not trying to label people that diamond paint as obsessive compulsive. But a good majority of us are. And I know a lot of my issues, they're insignificant. But to me, it's a big deal. And like I said, this was a gift. And I mean, when you look at it from super far away, I don't know how far away I can get without blinding you or showing you my messy room. And I'm sure this video is just all over the place, and I don't think anyone's going to subscribe after watching this. But you know what? I needed to get it off my chest. I needed to get it out. The only people who are going to understand, I think, are other diamond painters. My husband loves it. He thinks it's beautiful. He loves everything I do with it also. I don't know that he would tell me if he didn't like it. Maybe. But so the person that's going to, you know, they like it just fine. So I shouldn't worry too much, I suppose. I just needed to get it out of my chest and hope other people understand. And that's all I can think of right now. I am going to try to film another video. I'm not going to post it up. I just right now have the courage to do so. And so if I can get a few of these recorded and out of the way, then yay. Some of mine that I'll be doing videos on, I've already separated the beads, and I apologize. So I won't be able to show you a lot of packaging, but I can still show you what they look like before. And then we'll still have our post reviews to look at. And I think that's all I have for now. I really do hope that people will subscribe and maybe find me interesting. I promise that not all my videos are going to be so rambly and all over the place. I'm a really funny girl, I promise. I'm a lot of fun. And I don't always like to bitch. you know, I like to find the positives, and I'm just really struggling with this one. But anyway, if you did happen to watch this, thank you. And please subscribe. You know, I'm hoping to come up with more in the future, and it's not all going to be diamond painting. It'll be a lot of diamond painting right now because that's my obsession. And I do that. I go back and forth with different obsessions. I dive right in and I go just dive head first. And then I burn out. And then I find something else and I obsess over that. But I love doing crafts. So there's a lot. You know, and if this is something that people really like, then I'll definitely keep doing it. You know, I'm not going to be somebody that gets a ton of things in the mail. But, you know, I'm more than happy to do drill with me's and reviews when I do get stuff. And if there's other kind of craft things that you want to see from me as we get to know each other, we'll do that. And, you know, and if people decide that they want to start watching, then I will let you know more about me. And I'll let you in. And as of right now, you can find me bouncing around on different live chats and live videos on YouTube here, and you'll find me in Facebook groups. I can get quite chatty. Again, my name is Brandy, and I am Abstract Crafter. Bye.